Creatives. Welcome to the Daily Pick a Card and birthday reading for October 17th. If you were born today after sunrise, you are a 5 of clubs. If you were born before sunrise, you're actually yesterday's card, which was a 6 of clubs. Okay, so I'm going to read each card individually, then all together for the collective. We're going to talk about what kind of energy we might be bumping up into today, being a 5 of clubs, Libra, 3rd deacon. And how we might navigate the card's messages there within. All right, then a very special birthday message for you, 5 of clubs. These are your solar year cards. They are here to help you, help yourself in raising your vibration to energize your manifesting abilities. Let's turn over card number 1. The 8 of Spades. Some contemplation going on here to self-validate. So we need a little time out just to rethink a few things about remedies and cures and how we're taking care of ourselves mentally, physically. Are we getting enough? We're to explore and experiment what we have been doing and what might help and improve and help us serve ourselves better. This is all about finding that balance and having this as more of an opportunity for a self-valuation. You know, give yourself the once over, check in with all the parts, see how everything is feeling and what you're thinking about it, and maybe you can start looking at how you're taking care of yourself, in that maybe you need a little more of this or a little less of that. You know what I mean? Basically, that's what this card is. It's nice that it's in the upright position. It is age activated, so the 8's, the Rahu position, gets activated around the age of 42, specifically 42, but leading up and the year after, there is this arc, if you will. And it is all about you finding you, getting comfortable with that, exploring it, and getting a little more maturity under your belt and more confidence in how you do you. So it might take some contemplating for that today. And that's okay, because you want to go and look at your Rahu and see what's there. For the day, being a 5 of clubs day, in that Rahu position, it is the 9 of spades. So again, it is that contemplating. The 9 of spades is that yogi card. So today for you, you really want to take an inner voyage and just check in with how you're feeling about everything. You're going to really want to reevaluate your space, your habits, your time that you time out, and start tweaking so that you're taking care of yourself better. It will work out in the long run. It is a beautiful card in that the black 8's hold the Chariot energy from the major arcana. So it's mind, body, and spirit as one. And holding those reins, you know, and driving that chariot like a champ. It's success at its best and connecting all of that energetically and overcoming any obstacles. So, including those that you put in your own path. All right, card number 2. Goodness, we got another spade. This is the 7 of spades. So here we're looking at tower moments and having that bolt of lightning come through like clarity. and just having a vision of what needs to be let go of. Nice card to follow, the Eight of Spades. You give it a little thought, and then you're like, holy crap, I didn't see that before. Now I know exactly what to let go of. Why was I doing that for so long? Now I'm going to be doing it better. I'm going to be chasing those butterflies to better health, because those sevens are all about reinventing you. You got to let something go, let something better in. I love the sevens for that, because it is this rapid turnover of thinking to propel you into doing better for you. Again, it's the mental and physical well-being suit. So you're going to want to really think about how you are doing you and what needs to go, what's no longer serving. I mean, that's basically the sevens. And it is about letting go of any kind of baggage. You know, it's kind of like that victim to warrior attitude. You take that big giant step towards taking care of yourself better than you ever have. Seven connotations, very spiritual. It's the gateway card to the outer planets. It's the end of the week. It's Saturn energy. So this could be a game changer for you. I like it. All right, let's card number 3. We've got the Six of Hearts. So sixes, we love sixes. That is when you are in full bloom, just getting so beautiful. If you can imagine a tree that has every blossom that it's going to produce is vibrant all at the same time. Just incredibly beautiful in that you're secure, you're comfortable, you're ensconced in your own beautiful loveliness, happy and seeking more truth, making those really good decisions. It's the Devil card in the major arcana. So it's you with that making the good choices, being aware, being empowered, feeling empowered, ready to do the work because you know it's going to pay off. You see it, you can just feel it in your bones. You've got a glow about you today. I love it. And you're feeling really strong emotionally. So you can take this and really channel that into some creative solution to something that maybe had been not really fully developed before. Now you're gonna go for it. It's beautiful. All right, so that's great. Excuse me. Still getting over those allergies, but almost there. Okay, so all together on this Five of Clubs day, let's talk about that Five of Clubs energy to begin with, because in a spread, it's like it's time to act, time to rethink, right? Or Source is going to do it for you. It is the doer card. So clearly, we are thinking it through. We're going to take some time just to check in with self, see what ego's been thinking, driving for, see how soul thinks about that. Can they meet in the middle somewhere? Can we decide what needs to go? It is fire energy. It's like we need to go. Clubs are air energy in the cards of truth. So air and fire, we are just going to explode into this super beautiful new version of who we are. I love this reading. And Five of Clubs has the perfect energy to boost it. Okay, it's optimistic. It's got that Jupiter energy, judgment energy in the major arcana. So again, about making good choices, timely choices. So it can be all about embracing the best path. Like we're ready. We're doing it. It's already done. We're just not doing the old thing anymore. We're going that way. It's a done deal. And it's very social card too. So you're going to have that gift of gab in this Libra, finding the balance, Mercury subled, subruled, Venus. We're ready to do better, right choices for ourselves. It really is this making the right choices through trial and error, yes, but every time we think about something and it doesn't really work out for us very well, there's always a nugget to be gleaned from it. So it's going to be that kind of day. Even if it doesn't end up perfectly perfect at the end of the day, you're going to have something to take away with it. So what's the downside? What's the lower vibration of a 5 of clubs? Well, there is all that restless nature energy, and that can get the better of you in the club suits because it can come through as being too much information. You're fearful of it, feeling defensive, like what's so wrong? Everything was going okay with me. Now you're telling me it's not, So it can get to the point where it's really difficult staying focused on something, all that air energy. And we're looking at the intellectual pursuits. So this is how we gather our knowledge, what we do with that knowledge. Do we share it? Do we hide it away? Is it time to share? Right? Or is it time to begin a new something? So for any kind of lower vibration is really just that failure to act, and then you're looking at source moving you through those minor crises. So it's better to move forward in some manner than no manner at all. So lose the impatience, lose any nervousness or feeling like you're overwhelmed. So, because you're going to just dive in, it is that learning through crisis kind of energy. It's okay to fail today. You're going to walk away with something anyway, regardless of the path you're on. Whew. All right, let's move on to the birthday and take a look at how the chart fits in with all of this. So what did you get for the Creativity Oracle? Happy birthday, 5 of Clubs. This is where you are being invited to take a look how to raise your vibration by doing really well. The suggestion here, feeling really good about yourself, and therefore you've got all of that to channel right back into your manifesting. So let's take a look. I love this Robin card. You've got a star over here, got the red planet. Let's see what we find. Change. For a change, do something you usually do a certain way in a different way. That's kind of funny for you. That is you. It's constant change. So I guess they're telling you to just keep the status quo. Not really. You understand that. It is all about not being stuck, not in that defensive mode, that impatience or unfocused, anytime, because we all go through those periods. So not to let that hold you back. Whenever you're feeling something like that, you know me, I'm always saying, you got to pull the thread on that. Whatever discomfort that it brings up, it is only the flagging something for you. And that's where the gold is, that's where you want to go. So every time you're feeling, like I said, disorganized or unfocused or feeling like you're not ready to act on something, or you're just plain bored, or all of these things that fives have to deal with when you're sorting through everything. Sometimes you have to try things 3 or 4 times before it lands on the thing that really feels right. You're one of those cards, the fives in general, of having to wear a lot of different hats before you figure out which hat fits the best. And that could just be for the day. Tomorrow could be a totally different ball game for you. So it's constantly keeping up, very active mind. And you being a Libra in this third decan, with being subruled with Mercury, seventh house energy, that bouncing off other people, it can get really confusing and really overwhelming. For you probably should be really looking at that Rahu with the 9 of Spades. You'd find a lot of comfort there. It'll show you where you can take your time out in the upper 7 and see where your Rahu is, where that sits, what card it sits in, what placement, and you'll understand more about it. Say, for instance, if it were in if your Rahu is in the Venus, right? You're Venus led. So for you, whatever card is there, that Jack of Hearts, it is to take a light-hearted approach whenever the one of those triggers shows up for you. The boredom, the not knowing which way to go, feeling overwhelmed. Just sit out for a minute and find the humor in it and give yourself a big hug. Take a little time out. That 9 of Spades, that's what it's there for. That is the Hermit card. So it's understanding that you are on your path. You are being led by Source. You are right where you're supposed to be. And you're supposed to be is figuring it out. Trying something different. Always for you guys. All right, let's see what you get for the Spirit and Nature. The 4 of Clubs. Well, it's really nice that you get this here. Yes and no. I mean, in your chart, you have it on the Pluto. And the Pluto is where your catch-22, or what oftentimes, just blows things up for you. So you're going to want to look in the upper 7 to see where Pluto sits and wonder about that, because that 4 of Clubs is getting too comfortable in the status quo for you. Every time it feels like, I've got it, I've made it, this is it. There's always going to be some crisis that comes along and disrupts that for you. So you can see where taking that Jack of Hearts in your Venus is going to be a little more difficult for you, because it doesn't feel real and it feels too unstable for that time out to find the humor. But it really will do you a world of good if you can. Your Sun position is that 3 of Diamonds, so it's constantly needing to do the upgrade. 3 of Diamonds, 3s in general, are not an easy card. It's temperance energy. So they're asking to find the balance for that. It's Mars energy. So when you look at your Mars card, you've got a 7 of Hearts. 7's gateway card. You've got a 7 of Diamonds on your Mercury. So it is not a stable life you lead. It just isn't. The King of Hearts on your ecliptic, kind of the same thing. It is letting go preconceived ideas so that you can move into a bigger, better you. And what is in that King position? If you pull the thread on that, you go right back to that 4 of Clubs. It is false comfort for you. or at the very best, it is a comfort that is temporary. That is just the way of the fives. And you've got another five of spades in the Jupiter. So you can see, look at all those uneven, odd numbers. You've got maybe three. Yeah, I'm looking now. You've got like 3 out of 13, 3 numbers that are even. And one of them is your K2, the Two of Hearts. So you know what that connection feels like, and you long to feel that again. However, that K2 is what is supposed to be released. So embrace the instability, embrace the change. Clearly, that is what you're meant to do. That's the path you're on anyway. But yeah, if you can find the humor, that Jack of Hearts can really come into play for you. If you look at the Jack position, it would be the Uranus position. So you'd go down there and you've got the King of Diamonds. You've got 2 kings in your birth chart. And that is all about letting go of limiting beliefs that are holding you back so that you can move into something better. Always through crisis. So it's like life seems to be a step ahead of you all the time, playing catch up. But if you can relax into that 9 of spades, I would go there. 9 of spades and even the 9 of clubs on your Saturn. That is not a bad place to be. That again is that hermit. So for you, really taking that time out to just contemplate, go into those 9s. They are hermit energy. They are truth finding. They are feeling like a free spirit. It is going to help in the letting go and embracing something new, right? Oh, all right. I know it's not an easy thing for a Libra to do because they like that balance. They like the stability. They want that mirrored back to them. And for the 5 of clubs, having that 2 of hearts there on your K2, you know what that felt like. You remember the stability of having those opportunities to take advantage of. It's in your emotional DNA. So yeah, not an easy thing, but that's what you're here to do. That's your path. Let's see what we get for the Wishcraft card. Wishing boat. I look forward to new challenges. Wow, they are really sending you the message, aren't they? Well, I hope you have a beautiful birthday. And, it looks like, I hope, the explanation of the chart has helped. You've got really a nice chart. Tons of opportunity with those kings, especially on the ecliptic. Strong energy for you to do what you need to do. So don't forget that the kings encompass the 7, 8s, and 9s in the same suit. So you've got the King of Hearts and the King of Diamonds. It's a lot of energy to tap when you need to. All right. Just make good choices and stay, try in that catch up. Get it? All right. Carpe diem. And for everyone, let's do this with kindness and curiosity while we're on our creative journey.